What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Zhan Kossobutskiy versus Alexis Garcia, and this is going to be a 10-rounder in the heavyweight division, and this fight is going to be Saturday, November 20th from the Universum Gym in Hamburg, Germany, and this fight is going to be broadcasted in the United States on ESPN. And to get into both fighters' resumes, Zhan Kossobutskiy, fighting out of Kazakhstan, holds a record of 16 wins, no defeats, with 15 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 38 by BoxRec in the heavyweight division. And to list some of his best victories, he has a knockout win over Agron Smakisi, a knockout victory over Kamil Sokolowski, a knockout victory over Honorioid Ihuarime, and he's coming off probably the best win of his career, which was a second-round obliteration of Joey DeWaco. And to get into his opponent's resume, Alexis Garcia, fighting out of the Dominican Republic, holds a record of 11 wins and no defeats, with 7 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 68 by BoxRec in the heavyweight division. And to list some of his best victories, he has a knockout win over Amron Sands, and he's coming off a dominant knockout win over Francisco Silvens. And in my opinion, this fight is going to go in favor of the bigger and stronger Kazak prospect, Zhan Kossobutskiy. Kossobutskiy has all the attributes over Garcia: the height, the reach, and I think power definitely. He also has a better amateur career. I don't even think Alexis Garcia had a lengthy amateur career at all. But Kossobutskiy, from what I've seen, I'm pretty sure he also fought in the World Series of Boxing and stuff. I think he had a pretty good amateur background from what I've heard. But another thing to note, as I mentioned before, is the height advantage that Kossobutskiy has. I believe Garcia is around anywhere from 5'11" to 6'1". That's what I've seen in some of his fights. Some of them he's listed as 6 foot, some 6'1", some 5'11" and a half. So it could range anywhere from there, but nonetheless, Kossobutskiy will still have a height advantage. Kossobutskiy comes in at around 6'3" and a half to 6'4" inches tall. But yeah, Kossobutskiy, he impressed me a lot in his last fight. I thought he was going to go rounds with DeWaco, but he absolutely obliterated him with some, I believe it ended in a body shot in the second round. No one has ever done that to DeWaco. The only other time DeWaco was stopped was by former heavyweight champion Charles Martin, and that was in 2013. So Kossobutskiy, to get that type of victory, was a statement in my opinion. And now he's fighting an undefeated heavyweight, and Garcia is actually ranked decently by BoxRec. When I first saw this fight on the BoxRec schedule, I was thinking, oh, this guy's probably going to be ranked number 200, something like that. But no, he's ranked inside the top 100, which is actually not that bad. And from what I've seen, Garcia does leave his chin open, and he's quite slow. His build is not good at all. As I mentioned before, he's around 6 foot, but he weighs 265 to 270 pounds, so he's very slow, and he keeps his hands down a bit. And I think that Kossobutskiy could just capitalize and just hit him with a bunch of shots, but it seems like the guy could take a punch from what I've seen in some of his fights. And yeah, Garcia, he wouldn't be as bad as I think he is if he wasn't that heavy, because his weight really does slow him down a bit. If he was maybe 240, he could definitely move around better. But yeah, being at his weight, I think it'll be really hard for him to move around a bit, especially being the smaller man, try and get on the inside, etc. And Kossobutskiy should have a pretty easy night, but I do think that Garcia will go some rounds. I think that he could be stopped from the mid to late rounds. I think, as I mentioned before, Garcia probably takes a good punch, but Kossobutskiy will either just land accurate shots on the inside, even though he does have the longer reach, and he'll probably just dominate from mid and outside range. Garcia will probably want to come forward himself, so I could definitely see Kossobutskiy catching him with a bunch of counters and wobbling him then. But ultimately, I think that Garcia will not go the distance and will probably get stopped. Chances are he'll probably get stopped in the corner from taking a lot of punishment and quitting his corner, or he'll probably get stopped standing just from an accumulation, because I do think Garcia, as I mentioned many times in this video, has a good chin, but who knows, he could just get hit once and knocked out cold, or it is dropped and just doesn't get up for the 10 count. But as of now, I'm picking Zhan Kossobutskiy by knockout, preferably from round 6 to round 10, as this is a 10-round heavyweight bout. But Garcia should probably get stopped standing or in his corner from an accumulation of punishment. So overall, I believe that Zhan Kossobutskiy will defeat Alexis Garcia by knockout, and once again, the stoppage will happen from rounds 6 to rounds 10. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.